Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Rahma Haritsa Fitriani from Translation G. Today I would like to report my reading a novel. The title is The Great Gatsby, author by V. Scott Fitzgerald, genre tragedy, page 218, original US edition, published 10 April 1925, publisher Carles Scribner Sons. Okay guys, the plot of this summary is Nick Carraway moves to the East Coast to work as a bond trader in Manhattan. He rents a small house in West Egg, a rich town in Long Island. In West Egg, the next town over, where many people live, Nick reconnects with his cousin Daisy Buchanan, her husband Tom, and meets their friend Jordan Baker. Tom takes Nick to meet his mistress, Myrtle Wilson. Myrtle is married to George Wilson, who runs a gas station in a gross and dirty neighborhood in Queens. In addition, Nick meets his next-door neighbor, J. Gatsby, a very rich man who lives in a giant mansion and throws wildly extravagant parties every weekend, and who is a mysterious person no one knows much about. Gatsby takes Nick to lunch and introduces him to his business partner. Nick starts a relationship with Jordan. Through her, Nick finds out that Gatsby and Daisy were in love 5 years ago, and that Gatsby would like to see her again. Nick arranged for Daisy to come over to his house so that Gatsby can accidentally drop by. After that, Daisy and Gatsby start having an affair. Next, one day, Tom and Daisy come to one of Gatsby's parties. Daisy is disgusted by the ostentatiously vulgar display of wealth, and Tom immediately says that Gatsby's money most likely comes from crime. We learn that Gatsby was born into a poor farming family as James Katz. He has always been extremely ambitious, creating the J. Gatsby persona as a way of transforming himself into a successful self-made man, the ideal of the American dream. In addition, in Manhattan, the 5 of them get a suite at the Plaza Hotel where many secrets come out. Gatsby reveals that Daisy is in love with him. Tom in turn reveals that Gatsby is a bootlegger and probably engaged in other criminal activities as well. Gatsby demands that Daisy renounce Tom entirely and say that she never loved him. Daisy can't bring herself to say this because it isn't true, crushing Gatsby's dream and obsession. It's clear that their relationship is over and that Daisy has chosen to stay with Tom. That evening, Daisy and Gatsby drive home in his car, with Daisy behind the wheel. When they drive by the Wilson gas station, Myrtle runs out to the car because she thinks it's Tom driving by. Daisy hits and kills her, driving off without stopping. Nick, Jordan, and Tom investigate the accident. Tom tells George Wilson that the car that struck Myrtle belongs to Gatsby, and George decides that Gatsby must also be Myrtle's lover. That night, Gatsby decides to take the blame from the accident. He is still waiting for Daisy to change her mind and come back to him. But Daisy and Tom skip town the next day. Nick breaks up with Jordan because she is completely unconcerned about Myrtle's death. The last part of this novel is, the next day, George Wilson shot and killed Gatsby and then himself. The police leave the Buchanan and Myrtle's affair out of the report on the murder-suicide. Nick tries to find people to come to Gatsby's funeral, but everyone who pretended to be Gatsby's friend and come to his parties now refuses to come. Even Gatsby's partner, Walsheim, doesn't want to go to the funeral. Walsheim explained that he first gave Gatsby a job after WWI and that they have been partners in many illegal activities together. Moreover, Gatsby's father comes to the funeral from Minnesota. He shows Nick a self-improvement plan that Gatsby had written for himself as a boy. Disappointed with his time on the East Coast, Nick decides to return to his home in the Midwest. Okay guys, I think enough. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.